What's going on, guys? I wanted to remind everybody about our Monday mastermind call. This is the first time that we're going to open it up. We're going to open it up for other technicians to come in, and we might have a special guest Monday. But usually what we'll go over is just fundamentals of business, or just getting out of the rut, man. We gotta just keep each other up and help each other stay out of the rut. You know, a lot of times we fall in this rut of the same cycle, same results, and so it's always good to find a circle of people where you can kind of bounce ideas out, bounce questions, and just kind of be curious to know, hey, what do y'all think about this situation? What do you think I should do about this? And that's the real goal of the mastermind group, is to really connect with everybody else and just have an open line of communication where everybody feels comfortable to share their thoughts, what kind of ideas they have, and we're also going to share some really powerful tools to help you set your goals. Help you to, forecast your future, things that will help you also improve your family life, because a lot of times, we get stuck in the mindset of just blaming everybody, that we want everybody to change, but in reality, change doesn't start until we change ourselves. So based off of our environment, it's something that we're doing that's creating that action, right? So a lot of times we get in this kind of tunnel vision, or we kind of live in this box where we kind of think everybody else is crazy. We think everybody else needs to change, right? But in reality, what it comes back to is like, you know what? We're actually doing something that's causing that person to react this way, and it's a continuous cycle, right? And so, I mean, one thing that I can really share with you that I've identified, and you might know someone that's like this, is it's a personality. They're called exploders. And what is it? What is an exploder, right? And you might know someone close to you that's an exploder. And what an exploder is it's one of those, it's that person that if they don't get what they want, or if they are trying to get their way, they make this big dramatic argument, and they're just real dramatic, and they yell and they talk real loud and they slam doors, and they're just real dramatic, right? And so what tends to happen is, whenever they act like that, we kind of like get in like this, like we feel sorry, right? And so we're like, man, I really pissed them off. I feel bad, right? And so we go into like this, we feel sorry for that person, right? And what happens is the action doesn't change, because every time they explode, they have this outburst, and they try to get all this attention. It's kind of like, you know what? I'm going to compare it to this. It's kind of like the kid that throws himself on the floor at the grocery store, right? And so what happens is, this is the perfect comparison, right? The kid throws himself on the floor at the grocery store, yelling and throwing this thing, right? Well, the mom, how does the mom react? The mom always reacts. Well, my mom didn't react like that, but average mom, you see that, right? Where the mom will react Get up, Johnny. Come on, we gotta go. Come on, Johnny, we gotta go. I'll buy you this candy, Johnny. I'll buy you this cookie. I'll take you to the park, right? And so whenever that kid acts like that, he already knows the reaction that he's gonna get, right? So that's an exploder personality, that right? And so that same thing carries off in adults. There's adults around us, grown ass people that still explode, but they explode in a different way, right? So if they don't get what they want, they'll talk real loud, or they'll yell, or they'll slam doors, or they either have the fight or flight mindset, right? And what I mean by fight or flight is whenever they don't get their way, or whenever they don't hear something that they don't like, they're either gonna fight with you, or they're either gonna flight. They're either gonna take off and leave the room or whatever, right? The best way to deal with this personality is to remain calm, because they're trying to get a reaction from you, right? If you remain calm and repeat yourself, for example, if you know someone that's close to you and they're an exploder, and for example, let's just try to use an example, right? Let's say, for example, let's just say a relationship, right? Let's just use a relationship. Say your partner wants to do something, it's not the right thing to do. You're saying, no, we're not going to do that. This is what we need to do. We need to focus on this, right? But then they explode, and you say, okay, you know what? Like, just relax. Like, you don't have to be like this, right? Just repeat yourself. Say, no, we're not going to do this. No, we're not going to do this. When you repeat yourself, it reinforces what you're saying. So just repeat yourself. Say, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this. And so eventually what happens is that exploder will not get the same reaction out of you. And so then they start to change. They're like, you know what? I'm not getting the reaction that I was before from this person. So I need to change it up some. And so you start to change your actions and get different results. You see how that worked? You didn't change that person. You changed your reaction on their action. And so it created a different scenario for you, right? And so, hey, look, guys, the Mastermind group is going to be Monday at 7. I encourage y'all to sign up for it. It's a free Zoom link. All you got to do is sign up, and we'll send you the link Monday. But, man, we just cover all kinds of stuff, business, how to get better as men, right? How to be better fathers, how to be better business owners, how to be better technicians, how to be better with our money, so we can address all those issues. Usually what we'll do is we'll start off by seeing kind of what everybody's at, right? Because we don't want to have a bunch of technicians and then like a bunch of business owners that want to talk about business, but the technicians want to talk about money management, right? So we'll kind of get a balance to see what the group's going to be about, and then we'll just open dialogue and we'll share some powerful tools. And we'll send y'all some PDF files if y'all need those PDF files to work on. And really, man, it's still a good time. I mean, we're barely gonna be we're gonna start February, so it wouldn't hurt to say, you know what, I'm gonna start February right. I'm gonna attend the Mastermind group. I'm gonna hear what they have to say. I'm gonna, because it just takes one word, it takes one sentence, it takes one meeting to really open up your mindset to a different way of thinking. So be open to that, guys, man. I mean, that's the only way growth is going to happen, is if you're open to it and you kind of put yourself in a learner mindset, right? Because that's one of the problems that I had. When I was a technician, I was very young. I was very ignorant. I didn't listen. I was very stubborn. And so I spent a lot of years just wasting money, wasting my time, because I wouldn't listen, and I wasn't open to growth. I wasn't open to someone sharing information with me, right? And so what tended to happen was it cost me a lot of years, and it was a lot, man. It was a lot, man. Because just a little bit about my story, because I think the story is going to be important, because you want to make sure that whoever's inviting you to let me just share this really quick. Oh, it isn't extra shit. Oh man. Oh, let me see. It might be the two. Copy link. See that shit here. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just sending this message real quick. Let me know if you have any questions about the Monday Mastermind. Put them in the comments. Any questions, whether it be now or later, and I'll reply to I'll reply to all your questions. And if you want to just message me, if you feel more comfortable about that's fine as well. You can message me, and I'll reply to your message. I reply to everybody's message. But just a little bit about my backstory, right? Because I think that's going to be important for you to understand where I'm coming from, and moving forward, right? So I started off as a body shop porter, and I was a body shop porter for many years, and the reason why I got the body shop porter position is because I was forced to get a job because I had twin boys at the age of 16. So I had twin boys at the age of 16, and so I was just trying to find work, man. And I worked at Blockbuster. I worked at a Chinese restaurant. I worked at this man's warehouse, is cleaning his warehouse, and I couldn't find education. I mean, I couldn't find employment because I didn't have no experience, right? And so the only way I got this body shop porter position is because I got hired as a mechanic porter. And so the mechanic porters at a dealership, all they do is they'll wash the customers' cars off, they'll bring them to the front, they throw the trash, they throw the oil, they mop the floors, they do all the messy stuff, right? Bathrooms. And I was real stubborn, and I wasn't disciplined, and I was very unorganized, and I was always late to work. I wouldn't listen to what they would tell me to do, and so basically I was about to get fired, and I kind of like had the feeling that I was gonna get fired. So I went to the body shop side of it, and I was asked if I can get a transfer, and the body shop manager at the time, they were actually looking for a porter. So it turned out that they actually gave me the position, and so whenever I started, I was like, man, this is my last chance. I got to do something with this opportunity. So I stayed with the body shop porter position for about maybe 6 years, but I actually worked my way up. So I started off as a porter, then I was a bodyman's helper, then I worked in the paint shop for a little bit. But during that time, I learned how to do body work. I learned how to do a little bit of painting. And so with the way the industry goes, if you're a body man, if you're a painter, like you're always gonna get hit up for side jobs, right? So I started getting hit up. I started getting hit up for side jobs, and at the time I was very into like lowriders, and I've always wanted to have a lowrider when I was young, and so I started to build a lowrider. And so there was this guy in the city that did custom painting. So I asked him. I said, hey, if I use my work, ask him if I can use the paint booth. Can we paint my SUV there? I had like a little small Bronco, and he's like, yeah, we can do it, right? So we used the paint booth at my work, and we actually messed up my paint job. We messed it up pretty bad, and so that was a big learning experience because I spent money that I didn't really have to paint my car, and I wanted it like a candy, and I wanted all these graphics, right? And so it took me about 2 years to repaint it. But during that process, I was really just learning a lot. Like every day I would work. I would work at the dealership, and then I would go work at night at a friend's shop, and I was just going, and I was just learning. I was learning the trade. I wasn't learning the business skill of it, right? And it wasn't until maybe 10 years later, I wanted to learn the business part of having a business. So I slowly, opened a shop by myself. I was still a technician. I would still go to my shop. I would show up about 10 o'clock. I would just work till about 1 o'clock. I was just going. I would just start working. I didn't really have an office. I didn't really think that was important. But it wasn't until I got a little bit smarter, and I actually attended a business mastermind group, and it was a mastermind group at the church they had, and it was like a business mastermind conference, right? I went, and they just shared a bunch of just information. They just shared a bunch of information about business, and I think that's what really sparked the interest of wanting to become a real business owner, not just a technician, but a real business owner. And so over the years, I managed to transition from a porter to a helper to a technician to a owner to now I'm a CEO and I run several companies because of the transition, because of I was given an opportunity in the body shop. And so looking back, I always tell myself, I said, man, you know what? There's always someone that that's in the industry that needs some guidance, and they need some information, because you know what the industry did for me, and this is my obligation to the industry, right? And so my obligation to the industry is not to change the industry where you know there's a big battle about shops versus insurance companies, and it's an ongoing battle, right? That's not my fight. That's not my fight. My fight and my commitment is to technicians, to the technicians that are trying to like make it, that are given the opportunity to make money, but they're not sure what to do with the money. They're not sure how to invest that money. They're not sure how to leave something for their family. The technician that has $20,000 in tools but has no other assets, that has no rental property, that has no retirement. My obligation is to those technicians, because I was once that technician that had the 2 twin boys at the age of 16, that didn't know how to manage money, that never thought I would be a homeowner, that always bought used cars, always had to fix my own stuff, always had to cut my own grass. Like I don't do that anymore. And so if I was able to do it based on my lack of education, because I dropped out in 9th grade, if I'm able to do it, I know there's a technician, if they're determined and they're committed to themselves. You don't have to promise me anything. You have to be committed to yourself in order for anything to change. I can give you the playbook. I have all the playbooks in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I have all the playbooks in front of me. Like we have all the information. Like we have all the information, but until you're committed, nothing's gonna change. So I mean, that's why the information is free. The information is free. What costs is the execution. The execution on the information. That's the painful part. That's the part that no one wants to pay. You know what I'm saying? Hey guys, send me a message. I'll send you the link to our mastermind group. Like I said, this mastermind group is not to inspire you. It's not to hype you up on a Monday. This mastermind is to say, okay, these are some action plans that you need to do. You need to execute on. You're gonna go in the huddle, because it's game time. Like if you're gonna come in my huddle, in my mastermind, it's game time. If you're ready to get in the game, if you're ready to be serious, if you say, you know what, Stan, I'm ready to play at that top level already, because my skills are down. I know how to fix cars. I'm one of the best technicians. I got my skill down. Now I need to multiply my income by generating other sources of income and getting my My connection's bigger. Send me a message. We'll connect. What I'll do is I'll leave the link in the comments, and it's a free mastermind group. You're not gonna be sold anything, but if you're gonna come, like come prepared. Like come prepared, and what I mean prepared is like commit 30 minutes to no distractions, and just say, you know what, I'm gonna commit for 30 minutes, and I'm just gonna interact with the group and hear what they have to say. If you don't like it within the first 5 minutes, you can just leave. But come prepared. Like I said, come with a clear mind. Make sure you block that time off. 7 o'clock. Say, you know what? I'm gonna be in a meeting for 30 minutes. Just give me that time. Get a notepad. Get ready to take notes and just be engaged. Get in a private room. Go by yourself. Sit in your car, and just be engaged and absorb everything that comes in. It'll definitely change your life. It'll definitely change your life and set you on a new path. Like I said, my commitment is to my technician brothers and sisters out there. There's a lot of sisters coming up. So, hey, brothers and sisters, if you're ready, send me a message. I'll also put the link in the comments, and let's connect.